What's up, badass? This is Dwight, and welcome to How to Be a Badass Teenager. Today is part 3 in a 4-part series, How to Create an Amazing First Impression. And part 3 is all about your voice. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about 3 things today: breathing, your voice tone, and vocal projection. And I really want you to come away with understanding that your voice is your ultimate tool when it comes to communicating with people, okay? The words don't mean as much, but you can look great, your body language can be awesome, but when you speak, if your words convey weakness and they can't hear you, nobody wants to listen to you. Think of Mike Tyson. When he opens his mouth, it doesn't seem right, but you know what? He's a boxer, so it doesn't really matter for him. Alright, so, first of all, breathing. Before you talk, before you even say a phrase, make sure that you fill up your belly with lots of air. When you do this, you're going to come from a place of a lot more power, you're going to speak louder, people are going to be able to hear you better, and at the same time, you'll feel more relaxed. People who don't tend to breathe or have very shallow breathing, they tend to have a very small voice. And I'm doing this intentionally. See how when I just talk, but I'm not really breathing very much, my voice tends to get a lot smaller. But when I breathe much bigger, all of a sudden my volume increases, the bass underneath my voice increases, all that stuff, okay? So keep that in mind. Breathe before you speak. Next one, voice tone. Every voice has a melody. Some voices have a very boring melody, okay? Those are people who have a monotone voice and they usually just talk like this and they don't have any sort of variation. All they do is just talk in the same note pretty much the entire time, and you really kind of get bored of what they're saying. I can't even listen to myself talk like that. On the other hand, people who are much more captivating and you want to listen to what they have to say, their voices go up and down and they have a melody to their voice. They have a different rhythm to it, okay? It's not just melody, but it's also the rhythm. They might put pauses. They might talk about something that's really exciting, or they might slow down and talk about something that's much more intense and gripping. You get the idea, okay? Now, finally, number 3, vocal projection. If you notice that when I speak, I open my mouth. My face is moving, okay? When you're talking with somebody, especially if it's in a loud place, you want to be talking not to them, but to 10 people behind them, or if you're in a really loud place, to the back top corner of the wall. That way you know 100% that they're hearing you. If somebody says, "What?" they didn't hear you and you have to talk much louder. Nobody will, if you're in a loud place, maybe in a quiet place is different, but if you're in a loud place, nobody will ever tell you, "Hey, can you tone it down a little bit? Can you speak a little bit softer?" If they do, that's a good thing. It's much easier to start talking quieter than it is to raise your voice. So just get in the habit of talking loud all the time and open your mouth, okay? It'll feel weird at first, but that's because you're not used to it. Once you do it normally, you'll just enjoy knowing that everybody can hear you. All right? So those 3 things: breathing, voice tone, vocal projection. Use those, practice them 1 every day or 1 every week, and your voice will begin to sound awesome. All right, badass. I'll talk to you later.